Hey man, say man, back at y'all again today, man, with another video. This is South by Southwest 2024, my full walkthrough experience. Let's get it.
All right, on our way to the first event now, man. Let's see what today has in store.
So the plan of the day was to go ahead and check out Snapchat. Got some pretty cool free bucket hats. From there, we had to hop a Uber to get over to the Amazon Fallout 4 exhibit quick. It was a pretty interesting thing, but at the end of the day, we felt like we got robbed. They took all our bottle caps and didn't give us anything to show for it.
We just got robbed, dog.
While entering the Hook'em House, we were greeted by the band. This was held at Antone's and they gave you free Texas customized hats for the Longhorns. Next up, me and Bulio hit Paramount Plus. They had the Lodge, they had Halo, a bunch of different things, and of course that boy Bulio was already faded by all the free drinks at this time. Everyone in this video is 21 and older, and it was a great time for the free food, free drinks, awesome atmospheres. Paramount Plus was definitely worth the checkout. Every time you went in, you got 2 free drink tickets. This was pretty much how I wound down the first night. Went to a couple little after parties and shows. This one by far had to be the craziest that I went to. The atmosphere was awesome. The music was amazing. Inside, outside, rockabilly, rap, 2000s music. On to the next day, starting with the worst line. This was Delta. The line for Delta was incredibly long, but if you got to get inside, sit down and eat, it was honestly well worth the wait. So Delta did have Wagyu. They did have 2 to 3 free drinks per person, steak, sliders, burgers, dishes I haven't ever had before, but I was very, very glad to try them. The way it worked is you went inside, you sat down, you ordered. It was sick. Here we are in line for another event. Guys, I went to over 50 events this week, so it was hard to keep up with them all, but I remember the food here was amazing. They had robots, and we ran into our friend Marty here. Nice to meet you. And we kept going to more events, so after that was Tennessee House. We were nice and filled up. A couple free drinks per person as well. Tennessee House was such an interesting vibe. Big party time, disco balls, I think free drinks there as well. We then heard it was my boy Briss's birthday, so me and Enrique had to pull up. He was at one of his favorite spots, the Coconut Club, so we ran into him and a bunch of our other friends there. Super chill vibe. We ended the night out there, got a couple more drinks, and then just kicked back and headed home for the next day. Well, the first day I waited in line for Delta, Enrique and Hoser ended up bailing on me, so of course, where did they want to go first thing the next day? Back to Delta. Whatever. 2 free drinks to start off the day, so we grabbed those, bounced, and got straight to some other activities.
We doing good, man.
Welcome. Out in the water, it dissolves right away. We have our scientists showing how to do demos within the back, food, bev, samples, all that.
So,
Just like the tripod, right?
Then we wound up here. Man, this was by far my favorite refined place of the night. This was a 4 or 5 story mega mansion, free food, free drinks. It was a retro gamers exhibit. They had so many cool things to see. They had free drinks here as well. These stairs, however, were killers, so you really got to be careful on those. But guys, I do have to say, gamers do know how to put on. It was interesting to see all these older machines that I've never really interacted with before. Get hands-on with a few of them, grab a couple free drinks, and then heading up to the top was also another place to chill. To me, this is a big part of what South by Southwest is all about. Going to places you never would have dreamed of going, seeing things you never would have seen before, and just messing around. It's not all about partying, going to concerts. You can pull up to things like this. There's artwork to see. There's retro gaming exhibits like this to see. There's always somewhere to sit down, grab a drink, grab a bite to eat, relax, meet up with some friends, and plan out the next event. The views on top of this roof were awesome. That's where I got that nice cityscape shot. We also took a couple selfies, and then we headed on to the next spot.
in there to last year where they had Group Black. We in there now.
Just another venue Basically the entire night we try to find the next move. Every time we get into a venue, we try to see what's happening next. Then we go to that next venue. This place here specifically, they had the Group Black event from last year. This year it was the Tech We Want. We got straight into VIP, no questions asked, unlimited free drinks. Met a couple cool people here. Headed to an after party after that. It was another great night. After we left here, we just checked out one more spot, grabbed a drink, and then got back in the car, went home, chilled, and came back out for the next day.
Hello, and welcome to the Porsche Full Service Experience.
Complimentary postcards on your left here. You want to
Hold on to your seats and get ready as we take you on a journey through the past, present, and future. Thank you for visiting us and enjoy the open road. Your journey awaits you.
Open for dreaming.
Yeah, get to it though. Porsche is a must-do every single year. If you're into cars, innovation, and an experience, Porsche always curates a perfect vibe. This year the experience was inside. It was really cool to see a mix of modern, vintage, and retro aspects. Of course, you had stuff as old as some of these original Porsches here. It's awesome to see the South by Southwest Motel tribute. You have some of the newer stuff like the SUVs, giant screens and displays. They also had some finger foods if you were famished or just needed to rehydrate. They had drinks for you as well. They had a couple different cars on display. That's one thing you could count on Porsche for, is always having cars on display. And of course they did have one of the electric Taycans. It was a photo op. I love how they had it set up with the luggage rack for the travel, because as y'all guys know, I do love to travel. That's why I wanted to bring y'all along with me for this one last South by Southwest experience before I actually do some traveling abroad as well. At this point, Hoser and Enrique still had not been to the Paramount Plus place, so we decided that would be the next spot.
Don't even. How many roses did you get today, dog?
Bro, I was trying to get 2 more to resell. I couldn't.
Damn.
They started numbering them. What? 20 each. I'm like, wow.
I heard it was one last restock of the roses because those are Yeah.
After that, Enrique and I checked out a couple different panels, grabbed a bite to eat here just to go ahead and kick back before we started drinking for the rest of the night. Even though at this point we probably had been drinking all day. Met up with Hoser here before he took off, and then we headed out so Enrique could get his free tattoo. Something he's been wanting to do, starting a tradition of getting a tattoo every year or so. This one was another tech pop-up. They had some pretty interesting companies here. Some I would definitely personally stay away from, but they did have Fidelity there as well. A couple tequila companies that were doing a full demonstration of all of their lines, so it was cool to do a sampling on that. But overall, they had one of those little money booths, and it was pretty cool to do that. I haven't done that in so many years. You could win some free cash that way, of course. Going into the next day at the Marshall exhibit, now we finally have that boy Mike coming out with us. This was a place we wanted to go ahead and check out for a second time.
Check the beer.
Max gotta be this big, dog.
That big.
Oh, they won't let you in.
So that was us getting into Freaknik. Unfortunately, they did not allow cameras, so I had to run all the way back to the car with Enrique. Maine Dupree brought out Bumby, Big Boy, and of course the Yin Yang twins. The next day we had to check out Wild Fork. It was awesome to try the food from the competition. It was all free with free drinks as well. But Mike said he wanted to do his own food.
Julian, wanna be dancing and shit.
Oh, bro, yeah. Give it a lick. Give it a little
got to test the texture of your teeth a little bit. It gives me like a minty kind of sage kind of taste.
It's giving mint.
Dirty team talking about.
The Dirty Team event was awesome as always, but we were off to see Sxsw. If you don't know, well now you know, Zero was there too. This was one of the many concerts that were actually held at Revival for South by Southwest. This here was a 101X pop-up, one of the best rock and roll stations in Austin, Texas on the radio. So I had to go check that out right before we went back to Revival the next day for the little Kiki Grav Labs show. At the Smokeout ATX put on by Grav Labs, they did have free smash burgers. They had free Gravs merchandise. They were giving out tote bags. They had, when you first walked in, pipes, glass joints. They even had bongs. This was a packed out event. They showcased so many different artists here. This is the last weekend of South by Southwest. So on the weekend, this is when the majority of all the big concerts go down. However, you're still going to get some through that week. But that last weekend of South by Southwest is an all-out party. If you're coming from abroad and you want to plan a time to come to Austin, I would definitely suggest coming for South by Southwest Week 2025.
Hey man, I got some free shit we finna get ready to give away. I see a couple of y'all hot. We got some Grab Lab fans. I'm gonna give away some fans. Free bong right here from Grab. I wanna see who gonna be the most lit though. I wanna see who gonna be the most lit though. I got a few of them. Right here, I got a Grab Lab bong for you, my boy.
I've been scoping one of those bad boys out all night. One of my favorite parts about the Grav Lab shows is it is a stoner event. Everybody is smoking. People do give you your space. Everybody spreads out when you're not right there in the front row for the concert. Everybody does understand you need to relax, chill out, give everybody some space, go get some drinks from the bar before you come back and kick it.
We in Texas. Let's go get that.
Thanks for watching my South by Southwest 2024 full walkthrough video, and until next time, I'll be out this thing. Peace!